Good morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. Out here in Plainfield, Connecticut today. We've got one project today, pretty good sized project. We've got this brick cape style house with some dormers and a bump out and a drop off in the back of the property over there. We've got a pool patio and surround to take care of. We've got a little pool house over here, a little deck over here, and some funky angles out back too. So we're doing gutters on this property, which is going to be kind of time consuming because, you know, each one of these angle things has got a gutter. It's going to take us a little while to get around that. And we're also taking care of this barn and garage, and there's some gutters laying on the ground back here that I got to hang up. And backside of this garage is pretty dirty, so that's what we're working on today. I want to point out that I bought a new hat, another Carhartt hat. I know it's going to disintegrate, but these are the hats that I like. So I spent my bonus the other day, got myself a new hat. So we're going to jump right in and get some things started. I got Quinn with me today, and we're pulling hose and getting set up. So yesterday we were doing some roof washing and some patio washing, and we're using the 12 volt in the batch tank. And I've got this little 4-way brass valve in here that you guys have seen these things before. Feeds me water different places. The bottom one, the red one, goes to my buffer tank. This green one here is my emergency wash station. And then I've got a black one in here, which goes over, and I've got it feeding directly into the top of that buffer tank so that I don't have to, you know, jump up in there. I can fill the tank right with that valve. Well, I must have accidentally turned that black valve on yesterday. And while I was doing something else, I inadvertently filled this tank up with water. And I don't even know how much shock was left in there when I filled it up with water. So, I mean, there was a few gallons in there. And I know it definitely smells like shock, but there wasn't much, maybe 5 gallons at best. And I filled it right up with 55 gallons of water accidentally. So in an attempt to use that up and empty my bucket, I've pulled my 12 volt over here today, and I'm working on this garage. I got some gutter work to do. I got to reattach a downspout up there, clean the gutters. This side of the building is filthy. I'm washing this. These gutters have tons of vegetation growing in them, so I got to climb up there and clean those out. And I just did a little test hit over here with what I've got for the 12 volt mix, and you can see on the right hand side is clean and on the left hand side is dirty. So I'm going to attempt to use up the rest of my 12 volt mix washing this building so that I'm not wasting it and making good use of it. You can see the transition right there. So whatever's in that bucket is hot enough to clean this, and we're going to use it up. All right, guys, so I feel like I need to put this out there. You know, I understand that I've started a YouTube channel and I'm putting all of my day's experiences and my jobs out there, failures, wins, etc. And that I'm, you know, setting myself up for criticism, and that's a good thing. Criticism is going to help me grow, so long as you guys keep it constructive. I appreciate it. So, you know, I've had a couple people recently call me out on a couple of ways that I'm doing things, and that's fine. I appreciate it, and those things help me learn and change my process and hopefully get better. And hopefully as I grow, you guys can glean some experience too and grow with me. But I do want to put, you know, a couple little disclaimers out there that I'm not claiming to be the expert about anything that I'm doing. I started this YouTube channel simply to show you my experiences out there in the field, and kind of document how things are going for me, and, you know, track my evolution in the business and that kind of stuff. So in no way am I saying that my way is right and is it the only way to do things? No. You know, at the end of the day, this job is simply spraying bleach on stuff and rinsing it off. There's more than one way to do it. I'm not the expert. I'm learning as I go, which is what I think most of you guys are doing. There's not really any other way to do things. I mean, we can search things on YouTube and watch each other make mistakes and, you know, learn how things are done and develop your own processes, and that's what I'm doing. So, you know, all that being said, again, I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm showing you how I'm doing it. You can choose to do it any way you want. Is my way right? I don't know. It's working for me in almost every case. I'm making mistakes, and as I make those mistakes, my process will adjust, you know, so please continue helping me grow. I appreciate it. You know, I'm learning as I go. I got called out on some personal protection equipment from yesterday, you know, walking backwards on the soapy roof, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's not good practice. You know, I'll try to do better. Do what I can do. All right, so still after it here. This job's cruising right along so far. Quinn's working on gutters for me. Let's see, where is Quinn? Over there. So he's taking care of this house, and I'm taking care of that barn over there. So we're cranking right along. Yep, so this gutter in the back on the barn here is a friggin' disaster. So is the roof. We're not washing the roof. They don't care. We're out in the middle of nowhere, and they don't seem to care about that. But that's about as clean as we're gonna get as we pull all this stuff out of here. We're running 12-volt mix. I did all this. We washed all here, the brick, everything. Not downstreaming at the moment, trying to use up the rest of that. Mixing my 12-volt. We're gonna do this end, and then we're gonna see where we're at. This is painted wood, okay? We're not hitting this with any pressure. Being careful, and everything's coming right down. All right, I got most of the house washed. We're around the back now with the 12-volt batch that I had, so made good use of that. I got Quinn down here downstreaming. Hey, buddy. Downstreaming the backside now. We're gonna do this little shed. Okay, I made a new fresh batch to 12-volt, and now I'm pre-treating the concrete on this pool. It's not too bad. A little bit of black. We're gonna do that little patio paver stone thing over there with all the weeds. Gonna freshen up this deck and wash the other side of this house, and we're gonna be done. So I'm putting about, I don't know, 1.5%, 2% down here right now on this concrete, and we're gonna let this dwell until we get here. So it's gonna be probably 20-minute dwell time or so, and we'll see what we get. All right, so we ran out of water on this project. I'm over on the patio finishing that up, or the deck I should say, and I still have this whole pool surround to do, and we're not getting any water. So one of you guys said the other day, why don't you pull water from the pool? So I'm trying that. I got a cam lock on my 12-volt with a section of hose that I disconnected, and I put one end of it in the pool. It's probably about 50-foot section. It's a pretty good sized section. I'm surprised it is actually working. And then I connected it in the back to my pump right there. And then I'm going through my valve into this clear hose into my buffer tank. So just turn that on, and it's putting water in the buffer tank. So that's what we're gonna do. Quinn's gonna keep that running for me while I finish up. right, pool patio's done. Real happy how that came out. Looks really good. Big difference. This decking came out real good. X-Jet. Feathered it carefully. A couple little marks here and there. But overall, this came out beautifully. Clients be real happy. And then we did this little paver patio just with a sweeping rinse. I did pre-treat it one time and then we just rinsed it. I don't want to blow all the sand out of everything there. Plus, it needs a lot more help than just being washed. So it got a quick wash, and that's what we sold the client. Quinn's over here doing gutters on the garage, getting the gutter faces real quick, and we're gonna be done. All right, Quinn and I are done for the day. That's a good project. Took us a long time. It is about 2 o'clock. That was like 5.5 hours straight work for us, nonstop. We're going to get lunch now, get a couple sandwiches, and we're done for the week. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll catch you next week.